The abundance of seafood in Negros shapes lives and priorities. Today, we explore 3 different kinds of shellfish that spotlight local seafood cookery. I'm joined by Chef Gabriel Melocaton, and today he'll be cooking beer batter diwal with green onion powder and preserved dalandan aioli, prawns with green tomatoes, prawn sauce, garlic puree and sunflower sprouts, and roasted scallops with strawberry relish and lemon crumb.
We're starting with the sauce for the prawns. I have here prawn shells blended into a paste, sliced ginger, lemongrass, shallots, garlic, some star anise, tomato paste, chicken stock, cream. So to start, I have a pot here over medium heat. I'm just gonna add some oil. We're going to take the prawn paste and we're just gonna saute that. So this is really the base of our flavor, just ensuring that we don't waste anything. So we're just gonna saute this until it becomes nice and bright orange.
Prawns are generally found and cultured in ponds all over the island. Actually, Negros is one of the top prawn producers in the country.
So our prawn paste is nice and translucent. So now we're gonna transfer this.
So the reason you're using the head is para wala ibusay.
Yes, and actually the heads have the most flavor.
A prawn's mild and sweet flavor makes it extremely versatile and perfect to pair with a variety of ingredients.
We're just sauteing again. Now this one, it doesn't have to be specific in what order you put your vegetables in. We're gonna stew it later on. We're gonna go in with our onions. We're gonna follow that with some garlic. We'll put in our lemongrass and followed by our ginger and star anise, tomato paste. And when you cook with tomato paste, you always have to make sure that it's cooked out so you don't get that astringent tomato flavor. We're going to go ahead and deglaze the pot. So now that the brandy's in, we're just gonna scrape the bottom of the pot and make sure all the nice bits are off the bottom. So the alcohol now has evaporated. We're gonna add back in our prawns and we're gonna stew it. We're gonna add some chicken stock, about 1 liter. Once the chicken stock is in, we're just gonna let it simmer for about an hour and a half until the flavor of the prawn shells have gone into the liquid. So I have here some diwal, or in English we call them angel wing clams because the shape of the shells are like angel wings. Traditionally, they're scrubbed clean, they're opened, and they're just doused with garlic butter and they're grilled or baked in the oven. But today we're gonna do things a little differently by turning them into fritters.
Diwal is a highly seasonal shellfish in the Philippines, prized for its delectable taste.
We're going to start by taking off this little piece of butt. Now, we're going to just pin up the diwal.
So that's why it's called angel wings.
Yes.
Because it resembles the same.
Yes, exactly. Now, we're just gonna take our thumbs. We're gonna feel along the sides of the shell. After we've taken out the sides, we're just gonna take our index finger and thumb. In other applications, you would cut this open and remove the sand, but this time, since it's been sitting in an aquarium, it's already given up most of its sand, so it's just ready for us to cook.
In the 90s, the diwal became critically endangered due to overharvesting. So in order to protect and rehabilitate these traditional diwal grounds, LGUs have decided to regulate the harvesting.
So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean some prawns. First thing we're gonna do...
Am I gonna get one?
Yeah, you can grab one. And we're gonna snip off the legs. We're gonna butterfly them. The reason we're butterflying it compared to just taking off the shells is trying to pay respect to the ingredient and show as much of it as possible on the plate. Hold it like that, and then snip off the legs. We're gonna take this little spiny part off. Just pull it off.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Just take our scissors and go under the shell. The next step is we're going to take our knife. We're gonna lay it flat on the cutting board. And we're just going to follow the back of the prawn.
The traditional ways we cook and serve shrimp, we have sinigang na hipon, it's a household favorite. We also have the steamed shrimp, and my personal favorite, it's the garlic butter shrimp.
So the next thing we're gonna do is the strawberry relish that we're gonna put on the scallops later after we roast them. Here, I have some strawberries. So we're just gonna take the tops off. We're gonna cut them into nice portions. So this one actually just takes the function of a tomato because the scallops are nice, fresh and sweet, and they could use some acidity, and the fruitiness of the strawberry really works well with that. So we're gonna just dice up some strawberries. We'll just put them in a bowl. And we're gonna dress it very simply with some olive oil, lemon zest, and we'll also grate in some ginger. We'll add a little bit of honey, and as well as some lime juice. Season it with some salt, and we'll give that a good mix. Another thing that's for our scallop, we're just gonna take some breadcrumbs, which have been toasted in the oven, peanuts, which have been roasted. We'll also put in some lemon zest. We'll season it with some salt. We'll add them a little bit of oil. Here's some preserved dalandan that I've sliced and cured in salt and sugar, and it's been with me for more than 2 years now. Preserving intensifies the flavor, and dalandan and shellfish go really well together. I'm just gonna dice them very finely because they're quite strong in flavor. In a bowl beside me, I have a very simple aioli, which is going to go really well with our diwal. We're gonna take our diwal, dip it in our flour mix, and I'm gonna go in the batter. And we're gonna go near our fryer at 180 degrees Celsius. We're just gonna swirl it in, and we're gonna let it go.
Wala ka na nakulba?
You're actually gonna do one.
No. No. Sige. Can
Alright.
I do this, the flour?
Alright. It's a light batter.
Okay na yun.
Yeah. It's attacking. I'll do this one.
Nagkakaigo ka sa oil, wala ka nag-react. You're like my mom.
I'm insensitive. We'll just let the excess drip, and there you go.
I usually use Gav as my human shield when he fries. How do you know when it's ready to take out of the fryer?
In the industry, we usually say it's GBD. It's golden, brown, and delicious. So that's when you know when something fried is ready.
Diwal thrives in the sandy, muddy bottoms in the intertidal areas of the coastal waters of Capiz, Iloilo, and Negros Occidental.
The next thing we're cooking today is our scallops, or negrenses. Usually, like our scallops, heavy with the garlic and butter. What I wanted to do is do something different.
Scallops are a kind of clam that are sweet, delicate, and juicy. The scallops that we know and I love are actually the tiny white round mussel that holds the shells together.
And I'm just gonna season them with not even salt.
Oh.
Because the salt will come from the relish. So I'm just gonna put some olive oil. And here I have a mini pizza oven. So I have it on very, very high heat. So I'm just gonna put it in. 1 minute, 2 minutes, that's it. Because we also don't want to overcook the scallops.
Scallops are predominantly found in northern Negros in the coastal areas of Sagay, Cadiz, and Escalante, and in the nearby islands in their jurisdiction.
So right now, I would say that they're done. Get more of that roasty flavor. I'm just gonna get a little bit of a char. Some garlic and parsley butter, and we're just going to apply a very generous amount. The garlic butter is nice and really in there. Just make sure everything's covered. since one is slightly smaller than the other, we'll take it out a little bit earlier also. So we're just going to put that in.
From fresh-caught prawns to juicy scallops and the iconic diwal, Negros prides itself in its seafood, and rightfully so. Now, if you're wondering if the food tastes as good as it looks, come over and try it yourself. Cheers!
Cheers.